have a 138-pound matchup between Tony Hunter and St. Joe's at 29-1.
Well, we don't know yet, Jim. I suspect that Tony Hunter may not wrestle this bout. He was injured pretty badly in the semifinals. Yeah, I think that's right. He's not getting taking his warm-up off, and they're shaking hands. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I'll explain what happened here. Tony Hunter from St. Joe's bruised either his ribs or his sternum in the semifinals. In fact, he did it last night in the quarterfinals. Suffered valiantly through the semifinal bout, and I think he's just going to default out rather than risk further injury. He's got his ticket to Columbus, and our winner by default then is Mike Carpenter of St. Ed's.
So St. Ed's now 2-2 in the championship rounds. Carpenter the winner over Hunter in a forfeit, but as Mike said, he's saving himself for Columbus, probably a very wise decision, Mike.
Well, you know, here you have Tony Hunter, who's worked this hard, and he's one of the favorites to take the state tournament this year. And he doesn't want to risk it all, so he figures he's just going to let it go, take a second, take his ticket to Columbus, don't risk any further injury.
And while we have the opportunity, let us remind you of two things, and then we'll take a break. First of all, Kent State Regional Tournament will be coming up, and that is going to be a beauty. Kent State, that'll be March 15th, the times you see on your screen, at 5:30 p.m., the 16th at 11 p.m., Monday the 17th at 7:30 p.m., Tuesday the 18th at 5 p.m., Wednesday 19th at 7:30 p.m. And of course tonight's regional finals here at Menor being shown on Monday night at 9:30, Wednesday night at 9:30, and Tuesday at 2 p.m. We'll take a break after this word. We'll be back, but first a word from the Shaker Heights Recreation Department. Menor AAA tournament. This is Jim Isabella along with Mike Giannetti, and recapping what we've seen so far, some great action. 98-pound weight class. Alan Freed, the freshman from St. Ed's, remained unbeaten as he beat Casey Yakin. Then it was David Range, had to go to overtime to win his bout. He is now 29-0. Jack Dubois won his matchup against Dan Gilmore. That was also interesting. Then we had Eric Mullen winning his matchup in the 119-pound weight class. And Desmond Maddox beating St. Ed's' Greg Auer in the 126-pound weight class. Joe Andrasi of Nordonia won in the 132-pound bout. And we mentioned before, if you just missed it, Mike Carpenter of the St. Edward Eagles won on a forfeit. Tony Hunter of St. Joe's could not go. He had an injury and decided to save himself for Columbus. Probably, he's just hoping he probably can go to Columbus. You don't know the extent of the injury at this point, and which is a smart strategy. If you're going, don't force it. Now coming up, we have the 145-pound matchup. Joe Guciardo of St. Ed's, 28-3 against Gary Hoops from Austintown Fitch, 26-5. If you've never heard of Austintown Fitch, they are down near the Youngstown area. Great area for football, especially down that area.
Well, we finally got a couple seniors in here, Jim.
About time.
Guciardo, 28-3, very impressive record. Gary Hoops from Austintown Fitch, 26-5. We got a couple of stallions out there. Hoops will be in the red, white, and blue with the red anklet and the red knee pads. Guciardo from St. Ed's in the dark green and gold with the looks like black knee pads. I'm having a hard time determining if that's really dark green or black. Their colors are green and gold, but it looks black from here, doesn't it, Jim?
Yeah, may very well be. By the way, as we get in the upper classes, one thing I've noticed over the years, and you can back me on this, they like to get a little more physical and they like to be more in contact than the lightweights.
You see a lot more pushing in the upper weights. You see a lot of throws, a lot of muscle. In any event, Guciardo from St. Ed's shaking up the head a little bit of Gary Hoops. Hoops takes a shot. Guciardo checks him off. See Guciardo a little bit less light on his feet, but he likes that upper body tie. He throws by. Oh, and he catches Hoops' ankle as he goes by, but he doesn't hold him long enough, and Hoops slips out of it. Guciardo.
Go ahead, Mike.
Guciardo again in. Hoops both seem to be real comfortable in that tie-up position. We see what Guciardo's doing, Jim. He's getting that tie. There it is. He gets in that tie and he uses it to set up the attack on the legs. He does it again, and this time he's a little bit more successful. He's in deep. Now, you have to see Hoops is trying to scoot around behind Guciardo, and Guciardo switches to a double leg, which is the right thing to do. Turns him to his back right out of the textbook, Jim. That's how it's done. When you get trapped on that single leg, switch to the double, take him to the mat.
Guciardo leading 2-0. Good matchup so
That's
far.
the way they teach it, right? In the wrestling room. Just like that. Hoops up off the mat. Guciardo's got him tied up. Guciardo's duty, bring him down to the mat. He does. Hoops back up again. Grabbing those hands, that hand control, trying to pop his hands free. Guciardo knocks him back down again.
He's got good strength, you can tell. He looks as though he can manhandle somebody if he has to.
Well, it's probably a combination of strength and a little bit of what they call mat presence. Guciardo doesn't panic. He knows where to be. He keeps his balance, and he doesn't let Hoops muscle him around.
10 seconds remaining here in the first period. Guciardo ahead 2-0. We have seen some outstanding bouts. One thing you told me coming in, you said you're going to see some great action. We've certainly seen that. The one thing I've noticed, the improvement of the wrestlers as you step up, of course, but they have better counter moves and the ability to fight off something, whereas another wrestler might just let it go. They'll fight it.
Hoops again up off the mat, grabbing the hands. He's doing what he's supposed to do, but Guciardo's really stopped him well. Now Guciardo tries for that half Nelson from the standing position, and that's the end of the first.
2-0, Guciardo leads it. We are going out of the third period after that first period 2-0 lead. Guciardo let Hoops go when he was in the up position right at the start of the second period. He still leads it 2-1 as we start the third.
But with that escape, it makes it 3-1. Guciardo gets in on that single, good penetration, takes Hoops down to the mat. That's going to give him 2 more. That'll make it 5-1. Now all of a sudden Guciardo has turned a real tight match into a little bit of a cushion. He's got a 4-point cushion right here. Now he's riding Hoops tough. He's got that good strong ride, keeping Hoops shoulders in control. Hoops reaching for the hand control, can't get it. They go out of bounds. Guciardo riding Hoops with 1:20 left in the third period. Hoops up, again gets the hand, spins around, trying to get that 1-point escape. As long as Guciardo's got that arm around the leg, he won't. Let's see what the referee says. Yes, he did break free. They determined that he did lose control, that Guciardo lost control on Hoops before they went out of bounds.
5-2 now.
Okay, let's get back to what happened. Now Hoops, a good penetration. He's got the single. Guciardo's got it wizarded away. Let's see who. This is a fight right here, and Guciardo steps down, breaks away from that grip.
Guciardo getting a little desperate, 55 seconds remaining. Let me ask you something. When you are losing in a matchup, say 5-2 or 2-1, something like that, and you look up and you see 55 seconds, I'll bet you that clock can move awful fast on you.
Yes, it does. And you start going through your book, and that's what Hoops is doing right now, trying to think of something different, trying to get the edge on Guciardo, who had just got it on him. Kept his head down on the mat, and Hoops I'm sure knows that.
7-2.
You're not going to get a takedown with your head down on the mat. Guciardo posts that head down on the mat, spins behind, now working for the tilt, trying to expose that back. Seeing that wrestler real good on the mat. There's that spiral ride. Hoops has got his head down on the mat. He's not going to score any points that way with 20 seconds left. 5-point lead by Guciardo, 7-2.
15 seconds remaining.
Spiral ride by Guciardo is really keeping Hoops in check.
10 seconds remaining as they go out. A lot of folks in attendance. We mentioned capacity crowd, and now St. Ed's will be 3-2 in championship matchups. I wonder if Mr. Ferguson's satisfied. I have a feeling he isn't. He likes to win everything. Goes out with 5 seconds remaining. I got a chance. I want to remind you the Kent Regional coming up. We'll show that Saturday, March the 15th, 5:30 p.m. Sunday the 16th at 11 p.m. Monday the 17th, 7:30 p.m. Tuesday the 18th at 5 p.m. and Wednesday, March 19th at 7:30 p.m. Check Cable Views magazines if you are not sure of the times. And of course, Channel 32, and that's it. So, in the third period, Guciardo really put the whole thing away. And so, Guciardo St. Ed's your winner. All right, we are set to go. 155-pound man.